Okay, we are live on Facebook, everyone, and I'm about to leave so that the amazing Susheela can do our love seat interview today with the amazing Hara. So I'm going to see if I can leave without, okay, and Susheela, you're going to be the host. Bye, ladies. Bye, everyone on Facebook. Enjoy.
All right, I do believe we are live. I'm gonna make sure we are live.
I'll just trust the gods.
No, I'll trust the tech.
That's much smarter.
The gods have a really great sense of humor, so
it does say live. That's good.
Does it say live? Okay, I'm looking at the main group. And we're just going to give people some time to join us while I make sure we're actually live, because this is the first time that Morna isn't hosting the left seat. So we want to make sure that everything's going to go A-okay, because, oh my God, I really, okay. I'm going to trust the tech gods on this because you win, Hara, you win.
I'm sure she'll message you if you're not live.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, well, I'm seeing us live, so here we go. Okay, enough nonsense. So let's get started. Welcome everyone to this Wednesday's Love Seat. My name is Susheela. I'm guest hosting today the Love Seat for the very first time. So I'm so excited and delighted and honored that I get to be interviewing someone who's very dear to my heart, who's actually played a really important role in my own journey here. And we're just gonna dive in. So I'd love to introduce the community to Hara Allison. Hara is based in Idaho in the USA. She is a internationally renowned and award-winning photographer, graphic designer, and just an all-around amazing human whose mission is to help people see their own beauty and have that be reflected back to them. And to know that no matter what someone may look, how you might perceive yourself from the outside, every single human being on this planet is beautiful. So we'll dive in a little bit more with her. And why don't we start with, hi, Hara, how are you today?
I'm great, thanks. And
awesome.
Now we don't have to do anything. You said it all.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Oh, there's so much more. So tell us a little bit about, let's start with your See Me series. Tell us a little bit about your See Me series.
Okay.
It's one of the many projects that Hara is working on at the moment, so we'll start there.
Well, I was doing a boudoir photography photo shoot of my 24-year-old daughter at the time. Mm-hmm. And she had seen, people holding up signs saying, "I'm more than my diagnosis." And mm-hmm. she was wondering if I could paint some words on her back of who she was. And she chose things like friend and, any words that just described who she was and not what she looked like, which I thought was so great at 24 to know that, to know that she's more than her body. Anyway, I did the photo shoot of her, and then I posted it on Facebook, and I asked if anybody was interested, and I ended up photographing 28 women in total. And it was so emotional. The women would come over and we'd discuss their words, and they were choosing fighter, and some had been domestically abused, and some were overweight and working through their what they thought of themselves, and wrote beautiful on their backs. And it was just so moving and so emotional, because not only where I'm just taking a photo of them, I'm asking them to get half naked and then painting on their backs, and then they're having to, but it was a really lovely experience and a great project.
And I'm curious, what is the impact that had both on you, but also on all the women who participated what was the impact, and you know, what did you notice in and learn through doing the project?
They all said, most of them said, they didn't all say everything, but most of them said how much it changed them by choosing the words and sort of claiming them. And some had even a hard time saying the things about themselves that were positive, because we're so used to being self-deprecating and not saying anything positive. And so it was so rewarding for them. And I know of a handful of them have those images printed out and as a daily reminder that, you know, this is who I am, this is who I've claimed, you know, these words. And so it was really powerful. It was especially powerful to me because I could, especially one woman, she came in and she was just like, she actually said she didn't want to lie. She couldn't choose the words because she thought it would be a lie. And
Wow.
once we finally worked through them, I said, aren't these all you? Like, claim them, you know, like it's okay to be those things. I don't know why we have such trouble saying we're beautiful or we're strong or we're a fighter or whatever, we're hot, you know, like just anything. Like, it's just, we have trouble. Anyway, it was just really lovely. They all came out of their shell with those photos.
That's and what is the impact it's had on you in doing these photos and taking these women through that journey? Because I can imagine it would be quite quite emotional and could go quite deep quite quickly.
It was very emotional, and not only emotionally helping them with their words, but then to see their beauty in their naked body. So it was extra, you know, like it was very emotional, but worth it, totally worth it. And then I just did another series called Unveil, and I had women just draped in tulle. And that was another one that was so great because they would look at, I shoot tethered to the computer in my studio, and they can see right away their photos. And they were all saying, they'd look at the pictures and they go, oh, it's so beautiful. And I'd say, all I did was point the camera at you. I haven't edited the photo. You are beautiful. And for some reason, they were just able to see it. And I feel so honored that the way I see them through my lens, then they can see themselves the same way. It's really lovely.
And what have been some of your most like favorite photo shoots that you've done, and why? Just of, you know, all these different
oh, I can tell you, it has nothing to do with women and beauty. I could photograph little kids playing dress up all day long. And it's because of the exact opposite reason of shooting women. Little kids do not care if their belly's hanging out, or they don't care about anything. They're just so free to be themselves, to imagine. I love it. I could photograph kids all day long. Makes me so happy. I have a kid who dressed up as Captain America, and man, he was in. It wasn't even dress up for him. He was Captain America. That's what I love about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So here's a question that's coming to me. If I could wave a magic wand and let's say give you like $1 million, what would you want to go do with it?
So I wouldn't need to make money doing photography. I already have the money. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes a difference. That makes a difference, not having to earn a living. I would definitely photograph. I think I would photograph families, generations. I don't, my mother passed away when I was 18 and she was only 46. And the few photos I have of her are so precious to me. And we're all of us women are so self-conscious, but our kids won't care when we're gone. They want those photos. And I would just make it a mission to photograph, I would love the generational photographs, just all the beauty of and then I can edit you, I can make you skinnier, I can do whatever you're worried about, I can fix. So people should just let me do the photos. I do that. I like, if you're brave enough to get in front of my camera, I'm gonna meld you a little bit and make you, you'll be so happy with the end result.
I love that. And I can speak to that, as I was one of the, not in the See Me series, but I was one of the first ones.
You were one of my first people with a camera, and I have to say I did not know how to edit then, and I did not meld you. Whatever your beauty was in those photos was just all you, because I didn't do anything. I didn't know how to meld then.
I'm gonna say that. That's amazing. And I'm really, and so what are you focused on creating or building right now?
Well, I'm building up the photography business. I've been a graphic designer for 31 years, I think. Yep, 31 years professionally. And I just added photography about a year and a half ago after the Archangel Summit. That's when I realized I had a purpose that I wasn't living. And I started a series after that called, it was Yes, Yes Magic. And I was, right before my 52nd birthday, I was photographing 52 women in 52 weeks, starting on my 52nd birthday, but COVID stopped it at 25. But during that time, I was interviewing all the women I was photographing. Right. And I realized that people would tell me all their secrets. Well, not secrets, but their private thoughts. And since this happens with the See Me photo shoots and the unveil, people just, I'm a safe place, I suppose. And so I have since started a podcast called See Beneath Your Beautiful. And I'm talking to people, not just women, but people about, well, what makes them beautiful? And it's not their beauty. It's not their face. It's just, I think if you know, there's a quote, which I don't know exactly, but if you know somebody's story, you can't help but love them. And that's really how I feel. And I think that everybody's story is worthy of being told. And so you don't have to be, I was saying, I've been listening to other podcasts, and you don't have to be a famous actor, and you don't have to be the vice president of the United States to be a guest on my show. You just have to be true and to yourself, and let's talk. Let's have a real deep conversation.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think one of the things I noticed about you, and I know this about you, is, or what I see is this thread of authenticity. That authenticity and really being true is just such an important piece to you. Do you have a clue as to where that comes from, or why that is?
No, I would say authenticity and vulnerability. Those are the two words, that vulnerability. But I don't have any idea, because I would say that I'm the youngest of 6 kids, and none of my family is this way. As a matter of fact, I don't know if they like me being this way. But I really was saying, I always say, I don't know how to be anything else. I think if I knew how to be something else, I might pretend, but I'm just, this is who it is. And I don't think vulnerability is hard because it's natural. And I don't think authenticity is hard because it's natural. I think being anything else would be hard. So, but it is my favorite quality in people, when they're just down to earth and open. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Wow. And what I'm also really curious about is, of all the different gifts you have and all the skills you have, like, what would you say is like your superpower that makes you? That really.
Oh, I think that's easy. I truly do see everybody's beauty, even when they don't. Like, when I show somebody their photograph and they're like, oh, I only see the flaws. And I'm like, but what flaws? Like, I don't. So I think it's the artist in me that, when the hair is going sideways, that's so great. When the that's better to me than the perfect. So I think that's why See Beneath Your Beautiful, the song Labyrinth, Beneath Your Beautiful, is so beautiful to me, because he talks about, I want to see beneath your perfect. I think perfect is so boring and odd and off skew and all that. That's what's glorious about each one of us. So I think I have ability to see everybody's beauty where they might not.
Oh, I'm gonna just like take that in for a moment. Wow. Yeah. So I had a question, sorry, and I just lost it. It's coming back. It was like right there too. What is something that you notice that, with all the people you've photographed, with all the conversations you've had, what were the things that, or like any commonalities, what commonalities did you notice in terms of things that people would tell you or share with you about their story? Or like, what, I'm just curious, like what, like you've had so many conversations on so many different things, like what are the common things that you would see, hear, or experience from all the people you photographed?
I think I think in general, I don't know specifically, but I think in general, we all just want to be heard and be seen as valuable. And in our everyday lives, that's not necessarily true. There's not always somebody there cheering you on. And, there's the drama of every day. And so just, I think we're all just, I think the reason people will talk to me is because I'm avidly listening. And I think if we could all do that for each other, then the world would be a better place. That whatever you have to say, I'm going to lean in and listen like it's the most important thing I've ever heard. And so, because isn't that all we have? We have our story. When somebody talks about their birthing story, if you've had a baby, and then you're like, oh, mine, everybody just wants, listen to my story. So I think that's the kindest thing we could do, is listen as if they're the most important person, as if they're the movie star. We're all George Clooney. If he told any story, I would listen avidly.
That's so beautiful. I love that.
Is avidly the right word? I think so.
Yeah.
Avid,
I
yeah.
think so too. Yeah, I think so. What I'm curious to know, what has given you the courage, the energy, the strength to continue to do this work, to continue doing this work? I'm curious, where does that come from for you?
Well, like I said, I was a graphic designer for 31 years, and I didn't even know this was in me a year and a half ago. I went to a seminar where it was about dreamers and dreaming. And I remember in the middle of trying to get reinvigorated for graphic design that I have a bigger purpose. I mean, I was writing notes, what the speaker was saying, but I stopped in the middle and wrote, I know my purpose is, because I fell in love with myself finally after years of hating myself, that's what I wanted for others. And I didn't know how to do it or what it looked like, but it's in the last year and a half, it's become clear. And because it feels so life-giving for myself, I mean, everything I'm doing is, all those photo series are free. All the podcast stuff is free, and it's so much of my time and energy, but I am so happy doing it. That's how I know I'm supposed to be doing it. There's nothing, I can't wait to edit the audio. I can't wait to edit the photos. I mean,
Wow.
So it's just, I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I don't need to find the energy because I'm so excited for the next one.
That's so beautiful. And wow. Oh, that makes me so happy inside. That's my joy, seeing people lit up by living their, expressing their purpose.
Yeah.
That brings me joy. And how has you being on this path changed? I'm maybe, yeah, changed the people around you. Have you noticed any shit, whether it be your family, your friends, like how is that? I'm curious about that too.
I think my adult daughters just don't see it because they're like, what is mom doing now?
Okay. I think I can get that.
But maybe
Yeah.
one day they'll be like, oh, my mom's pretty cool. She did a podcast. Maybe she'll think that. Maybe they do. Actually, my oldest daughter I know listens to the podcast. So that's really sweet. But I think my friends maybe, well, my friends are really great cheerleaders. I feel really loved and supported. And then my husband is the best man in the entire world because I say it goes along with every harebrained idea I have. He just is like, okay, let's go this way now. Okay, let's go this way now. So I just feel really lucky and supported. So, and it wouldn't even matter though, because I was saying, I don't know who I'm affecting, but as long as I am doing what's true to me, it doesn't matter. I don't need to change the world. I'm hopefully helping people, but even if not, I'm changing my life. And that's what really, I can only be responsible for me.
Yeah, I totally hear that. Thank you.
Yeah.
The other, okay, question seems to be coming in and slipping out because I'm trying to listen and I'm also receiving. Oh, so if there was, so you spoke about, you spoke earlier about, really, the thing that could really be, I'm just going to use the word revolutionary since we are speaking it to the revolutionary woman community, is really giving people the ability, really, that people really learning the ability to listen. If there were, and then you also spoke about, really helping people to truly see themselves, right? To truly see their own inner beauty. If you had the ability, let's say, to teach a master class, what other things would you also teach based on all your experiences with the photo work you've done so far?
Well, people say all the time that they wish they were more vulnerable. I don't know how to teach that though. I don't know how to not be, so I don't know what the tools to teach somebody would be. But I think it's a fear of being seen for who they really are, because what else could it be? And so,
wow, whoa, I just felt that. Wow.
So I think just getting good with yourself and this is what I have come to, that one day I was this precious little baby that was a miracle, and I am no different today. And that makes me love me, because I am a precious baby and I love me like that, which I didn't for years. And I can go there, Hara, and be so kind and sweet to me, because that little girl deserves it. Even if, chaotic family life, whatever, I can do it now. And so I guess that would be my masterclass, is how to love yourself as the sweet little baby that you still are. You're somebody's pride and joy.
I love that. That made me emotional. That's so beautiful.
But that's the answer, though. That's the answer to self-love, I think. Because how could you be upset with that baby for anything, for overeating? Of course, you wouldn't be upset with a baby for overeating, for a scar, or maybe made a bad choice. You still love that little baby. I think that is just, for me, that is the answer to self-love, that I remember and care for and am kind to that little girl.
Awesome. Um, so
Hey,
let's
I have
go.
a master class.
I
Yeah.
think you just watch this whole
I'm gonna
recording and just write all these things down.
I'm gonna sign people up for my master class.
Oh my God, please. Yes. I'll sign. Um, yeah. So just to kind of, in the last 5 minutes, I would love to, maybe offer maybe a different side to you. So what is it outside of the work that you do? What is it? How do you charge up? Like, how do you feed your own inner child? How do you show care and love for yourself? What does that look like?
Well, I love to play tennis. And this weekend, I get to go to the Tri-Cities, which is in Washington, for our tennis tournaments back on. The USTA, the Tennis Association's back in swing, even though with COVID. And so I'm so happy on the tennis court. Even if I win, even if I win, even if I lose, but I'm a competitive girl, and I love that I play a lot of tennis in league, but the scores don't matter. And so I love that the scores matter. I'm very competitive. So I'm ready to go kick some tennis booty. And that really does, I smile the whole time I'm playing tennis. I don't know why, because I'm halfway decent at it. So I feel confident, I guess. So I'm very, very, very happy for tennis because it got kiboshed in COVID. And so that, and when I can afford it, oh boy, a 2-hour massage, isn't that the best thing in the world? Because once you go past 60 minutes is not long enough, then you do an hour and a half, then you're like, that's not long enough. So then, if they could do 5-hour massage, I might sign up. And I just always say that I am very nice to myself. It's not like I need a special ritual. I treat myself pretty well. I take care of myself. I'm not stingy with me. If I want something, I kind of make sure I get it, and I'm not shy to say what I want and what I need. So that's helpful. And so I just live that way. Like I said, my mom died young, and I refuse to waste a minute when I could die tomorrow. I'm 53 years old, and I can't believe I get to be 6 years older than she ever was, or 7. And I'm not gonna waste it.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
So in the last, few minutes, I'll just offer this. Is there a question that I didn't ask that you would like me to ask you?
Oh.
If there's anything.
Not really. I mean, I think we covered a lot of ground.
I was like, this community is know how amazing you are.
You know everything about me. I'm a competitive girl, but I'm also nice and sweet. You can be both, just so you know. You can want to win and also be nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just hope we all remember the little girls we are, or little whatever. I think this is a women's group, but but even the men, I wish for them the same thing, that we all just be kind to ourselves, and remember the little kid we once were, where your parents were like, oh, they're there. Like when I mess up on the tennis court, that's literally what I say to myself. I'm like, oh, good try, because I'm trying. There's no reason to beat myself up about anything, because I'm always giving it my best. But that happened when I realized little Hara still lived inside me. There was a little girl that needed some kindness.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Well, I would just love to, offer, before we wrap up, is there anything you would like to ask the community or share with the community before we end?
Oh, no, but thanks. I appreciate you having me and listening. And this was very fun. And I just loved talking to you, Susheela. I miss you, and we'll have to catch up soon.
We are going to catch up soon. I messaged you because I'm like, oh, we need to chat.
Love that.
Thank you. First of all, I just want to say, Hara, personally, that you have been such a tremendous gift in, I think, so many people's lives. and mine including. I just remember just it was such a phenomenal experience being photographed by you, being witnessed by you, and also just being a champion for women, and also for girls who are just really ready to take on the world and fiercely live their mission. And your photos are absolutely incredible. So I'm going to ask the community to please check out Hara's work. It is so transformative, and there have definitely been times where I've seen photos and cried, or seen posts and just been moved to tears. So
Thank you.
I recommend that you definitely look at her work. Where can people find you?
My photography is at hara.photography. Pretty simple.
Okay.
Hara. Yeah. And so, and then anywhere podcasts are, See Beneath You're Beautiful. And that's really been a real happy experience for me. I've been interviewing some crazy, cool people.
That's amazing. Awesome. So hara.photography and See Beneath You're Beautiful. And also you post quite a bit on Instagram as well, yes?
Oh, and yeah, Hara_Allison_photography. That one's a little harder. Well, just, yeah, there's some underscores, and my last name is Allison.
So I believe we can put some of the details in the comments so people can find it. But other than that, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your wisdom and sharing your light and sharing your voice with us. We are so excited to have you be a part of this community, and can't wait to see just how many more lives you touch through just the incredible work that you offer this world. Thank you so much, Hara.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye for now.